Welcome, everybody, to the Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. I am Emmy Hall. We are here at Base Camp 2 in Dumont Dunes, but not for long because we will be headed out to Johnson Valley to Base Camp 3. This will be our final base camp, but not our final location.
That's right. With
me here is my best good pal, Matthew Johnson. Matthew, it's a beautiful, a little bit breezy morning, but it's looking good. It's good. It's going to be a good day, Tater.
Going to be a good day.
Going to be a good day, Tater.
I love it. We're here adjacent to the dunes, but leaving the dunes right away on a roadbook enduro.
Yep.
So not an on-time enduro, a roadbook enduro. So it has more of the tulips and such, we call them, for them to follow to get down.
Right,
to where some checkpoints would be.
Get a little bit further south, but they do have a series of Black Diamond checkpoints, so there are some points to be had as they are headed south there, but they don't have to worry about being on time. However, they still have to be very precise in their navigation.
Liza and Jenna lined up there. First car off today, so you were watching the very first of our fleet of cars get ready to roll. There's Bernard. I hope he's going to get a front shock.
I know. So, yesterday they did just a draw for their starting order today. So it really is luck of the draw. And it's always so like, what am I going to get as you draw that number?
Now remind us all what number you would like.
I like to be in the middle because I don't want to be rushed in the morning, but I don't want to have that the chance of coming in the evening.
Like I'm the last car in.
Yeah. I don't want to do that because you should be using all of your time. So if you leave last on the line, if you're managing your time well, you're coming in very last because you've used all 10 hours or 12 hours or however long you've got. Look at our base camp. Look at how big our base camp looks.
Look at this place. Are we on the moon?
That is amazing.
Oh, it's moon base.
So we've got competitors there airing up just a little bit because they are going to be out on the pavement. I don't know. They didn't know where they were going. They didn't know if they were going to have dunes this morning.
Sure.
So I bet most teams probably left their tires low at dune pressure, and now they have to air up before they take off. Now, this is where one of those airing up things where you can air up all four tires at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Comes in really convenient.
Oh, really,
totally.
really
It's a lot of work
convenient.
to just sit there and hold the valve on each tire.
Yeah, and again here, because this rally is about time, now your driver is taken away for 10 or 15 minutes airing up when they could be in here helping the navigator.
Well, and then, everyone's like, I want the biggest tire I can fit on there. And then you're sitting there burning up in the sun trying to put air back in that massive tire, and it takes a lot of time.
Absolutely.
And some people didn't do it yesterday and had some flats to show for it.
Yeah.
And so to explain, the reason you'd have flats with low pressure tires is the sidewall is now a lot closer to the ground, and the tire has a bigger footprint on the ground, so it's harder to dodge sharp edges of rocks and put just a little bit of your tire dancing around rocks as you'd like. So tires are much more likely to get a puncture driving in sharp rocks if they're low on pressure.
Well, yesterday was a little bit difficult for us to give you guys the actual standings. We had the results for the day 4, but not everybody was in during our live show. But now we have the standings going into day 5. So let's take a look at those right now. Now, this is for the 4x4 class, and it looks like we've got our no big surprise there. Nina and Terilyn are running in first place.
They sure are, but it's cool to see Shelby and Rory here. We've known Shelby and Rory had the goods to be running right at the top, and they are there. But, it's a 21-point margin, and trying to come up, find 21 points against Nina and Terilyn is not going to be an easy task. But it's cool to see them in the fight. Obviously, our Toyota folks we interviewed the other day are scattered down the list.
Yep. Scattered down the list, but we do have 153 Sam and Becky. They're in that Total Chaos Toyota Tacoma, and they are running a very strong third place. And, that's only 7 points between second and third, so we might be able to see some swapping there. And then Laura, of course, Laura Wanless and Penny Dale in the Ford Bronco Raptor are right on the heels, scratching for that podium. So I think it's still anyone's game here in 4x4.
And I think we've got to pay attention to Laura and Penny. They're on a mission. They had a rough first day, but they know between them they have what it what it takes to win this whole thing.
Yep.
And so they're feeling to me like the locomotive, kind of like crashing their way forward up the leaderboard.
Absolutely.
So let's see.
Absolutely. So we like to see the so in X-Cross class. So here I was surprised because Team 205, Rebecca and Sindili, they had a terrible day yesterday. They went all the way to Baker. They saw the largest thermometer in the world. Like, they were not supposed to be there. They were low in the standings.
Emmy felt so bad about it. She kind of didn't want to go talk to them until
I
the
know.
night
I was like, I know
going.
they're going to want to talk, and I don't want to talk to them.
I don't want to acknowledge for them how bad I know it also went for them.
But they are still managing a really strong third place, and honestly, the way things are looking out with the RAV4 below them, they're almost 100 points ahead there. I'm not sure that is. I think that's going to stay. I think they have a solid third place.
The story here, in my opinion, Carrie and Andrea have been crushing on the non-dunes days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe they get around great in the dunes, but I know Melissa and Catherine go really well in the dunes.
Right. And they took the day yesterday. However, Team 204, they are still able to hang on to that first place. But you can see the margin, the spread here. The spread is very, very small. And we still have 3 days of competition. I mean, we're basically still in the middle of the competition. So anything can happen. Now, if you've seen all of those little icons next to some of the teams, those are our designations. Those aren't actually classes. They're just designations to kind of signal what's could be special about that vehicle.
Sure, and unfortunately, we have one car. I mean, fortunately, let's say, one car in 4030. It's the 69 Bronco, but the 86 4Runner. Oh, near miss.
So close.
Yeah.
So
I feel
close.
like we should give them an entry anyway.
We also have the bone stock that are wheel and tire modifications only. Even if you put a skid plate on your vehicle, it is no longer bone stock. And then, of course, we have electrified, and that includes full battery electric vehicles, plug-in hybrids, and hybrids. Most of our Toyotas there are in the electrified designation. And then we also, of course, have the Scorpion or the Pirelli Challenge.
Yep.
And those guys get a designation as well. Those are about 15 teams that are running Pirelli tires. They're going to get contingency. They got a little bit of money towards their entry fee.
And they're having their own event comparing against each other.
Yeah.
So they're going to have their own winner board.
Yeah, they have a rally within a rally, which is pretty darn cool. So they are running those Pirelli Scorpion all-terrain tires there. We've got a lot of staff on the Pirelli Scorpions as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can run them on Buddy. I don't think they make the right size for my car. But everyone's been having a great time on those tires, doing well, having a little bit of less road noise on the pavement, but still performing well out on the dirt.
So we can see fan favorite, team number 120s, creeping up to be starting 7th today. We heard them happy to have drawn 7th yesterday out of the pot.
Now, we were talking a little bit about them today because they had a really great first day.
Yeah.
And then they just have not been able to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
And as a rookie team, I think doing really well on the first day can kind of work against you in your head because you think, oh, this is it. We got it, man. We're so cool. We got it. And then the poop hits the fan.
Yeah.
And you've got to, you don't know what's going to happen, and it can get in your head. So,
and you had a strategy to avoid this, to avoid all that extra
head thinking. Yeah, I just never looked at the standings.
Yeah.
The problem is that people want to congratulate you, and then they'll tell you, and then you're like, oh, I didn't want to know. And you can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to be nice and give you a compliment, but you just want to punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of punching people in the face, Katie got up early this morning, earlier than I did, and I wanted to punch her in the face, but let's see what she's got for us. Katie.
Thanks, Emmy. I got up at 2 o'clock when my air mattress deflated. Woke up on the ground, but feeling very chipper here in the dunes. And I'm with Team 147, and we've just been having a little chat about important Rebelle tools. What's your favourite Rebelle tool? And when I say tools, I mean we have compasses, we have rulers, we have all sorts of treats in there. What's your favourite?
I really love my quilting square.
So good. So good. Broaden on that.
We line up my measurements. So
it's like a clear plastic L shape. So you
Yeah.
can lay it on the map so you don't lose.
Do you have it with you?
I do. I've got one right here, actually.
Oh my goodness. So this is a little tip and trick. Last night we talked to a whole bunch of Rebelles and they were a little frustrated because people weren't sharing tips and tricks. And this is something I haven't seen before. When did you discover that the quilting square was a good tool?
I ordered it on Amazon over the summer. So just a couple months ago.
Fantastic. Now, do you have a favorite tool?
The most favorite one I have is a thing I invented. So, and it's to help stay on time on enduros. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But my other favorite thing.
Can you point to it?
She's keeping secrets.
Absolutely.
Look,
not.
her elbow is on it. She's-
Look, I sewed a tent loft for our tents so they stay up on top of the roof so we can access cargo because we're in a two-door Bronco. Like, we got to be efficient.
So you basically Velcroed your tent to the roof,
Yeah,
essentially.
It has like a special bag and it's lashed to our tie-down points up here so we can still get into our fridge for our cold bevies.
Now, that thing that you're hiding with your elbow, is that a formula that you've come up with?
This is different. This is something
Oh.
different. This is just tracking.
Okay, we'll come back to your See, this is...
I'm not sharing.
She's not sharing. This is really interesting. Emme and I had a conversation with a bunch of Rebelles about should you share what you've learned over the years or should you keep it a secret? Like, should it be a collective wisdom or, as Emme said, this is a competition. There's no collective wisdom. Good morning. How are we doing? Oh, we've got a toothbrushing situation. That's a tiny toothbrush.
It's like instant.
Yeah, it's just a little Colgate thing, and when you don't have time to brush your teeth for real, to make sure you don't have beans in your teeth.
So they designed that.
It's got
So
a
you-
little pocket so it breaks whenever it activates whenever you're brushing your teeth.
You two look great this morning.
Great.
A little less disheveled than last night.
You know what? We're
crying. I was at least.
Yeah, we both had a crying session. We ate good gyros and we went to bed and we slept hard because we were so emotional it just drained us all. So it was great.
We're ready.
And we're gonna take yesterday's bad and turn it into
Good.
amazing
gonna crush
driving strategy.
Okay, I know you've got a crowd at home watching, and they'll be so stoked to see that these guys have had a full recovery since yesterday.
Full recovery. We love you, Des,
We're-
kids, Bryce, Matt,
Bye, bye, bye.
Kelsey.
We're gonna be
Oliver,
relentless.
Sophie.
We're gonna be relentless.
They are going for relentless today. See, look what a good night's sleep will do for anyone. Sleep's the most important thing. Let's see what Holly thinks about that. So we're just talking about what's the most important thing on the Rebelle in terms of tools, or for me it's sleep. I didn't get a lot last night. What is your most important thing on the Rebelle? Like, what's the number one priority to keep you going?
My partner.
Oh, great answer. What about you?
I think my partner. She's
And-
awesome.
She is. The badass grandmas, the bags.
The bags.
Okay, well, you have a great day out there, and we can't wait to see you down at base camp number 3. We're on, what day are we on, Kramer? Day, I forget. Okay, we're going to talk to one more team. Hey, Cara, how are you doing? Great. What's your strategy for today? A bit of a shorter day, not as stressful as yesterday?
Our strategy is just to get all the points. Isn't that always the strategy? Keep our momentum, keep our time. I'm happy we're leaving early so we don't get congested at the fuel stop and then go from there.
Nice. It was a draw yesterday. They had to draw it out of a hat, basically. Now, that looks like a thermometer there. I'm asking people what their favourite tools are. Some people have invented some and won't share. Do you have any tools that you find to be your favourites as a navigator?
I do use the map wheel quite a bit just to it's easier to take distances.
Can you show it to us, please?
Bumpy. Oh yeah. It's just you can set the scale and then you can just draw a windy road on the map. And so as you're bumping, you're like, ah!
Stop it. So that's...
It's a map wheel. So that's really nice, but it's not as accurate, right? Because I think every turn it goes 100 meters. And so once you get closer, you have to really use your hand scale.
Now, you guys are crushing it this year. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, we're really happy about that. That was our goal, so we'll just keep trying to keep the momentum and, like I said yesterday, maintain the average.
Maintain the average. And thank you for talking to me. Navigators are normally right in it in the morning, and I'm getting lots of lovely attention from the navigators. All right, I'm going to go back to Emme and Matthew on the stage. And Emme, tell us what your favourite tool is.
Oh my gosh, my favorite tool on the rally, I think that when I was out here doing it was my little slime digital tire pressure gauge.
I've seen that thing.
I know. I love it so much. You can set it for PSI, KPI, like some of the European standards, and it's backlit so you can see it at night, and it like fits in my pocket, and it's really easy to get onto like any, because I've driven a bunch of different vehicles, and like any valve stem, I could get it on to the valve stem really easily. So that was always my jam, my little slime tire pressure gauge.
Cool.
I
well,
love it. I love it.
I thought that was interesting. They're chatting with 122, Toby and Carolina. They've had good days in the past, but here they've put a lot of good days together. They're sixth.
Oh, good for them.
They're only 7 points out of fourth.
Awesome.
But right there behind Krista and Trista and Laura and Penny, like this is.
We're only halfway. We talk
going.
about like, because we're going to Johnson Valley and we're going to base camp 3, we're like, oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's like, no, man, we still got Glamis.
Yeah, I think we all realized yesterday, we were like, wow, we're over halfway. But now sitting here today, it's like, well, there's a long way to go.
There's still 3 days left.
And
3 days, that's still 30 hours at least of competition. So anything can happen. I don't know why we're talking about like, oh yeah, no, it's all one now. It's like, no, absolutely not. It is not. So, we have every year the rally gets bigger and more diverse. And this year, Matthew, we have so many new stats. Like we have 134 competitors from 118 cities. And here's the thing that I love. We have 6 countries now. Remember when it was just the United States and Canada?
Sure, yeah.
And now we've got people from Austria and Australia. Those are 2 different places, by the way. Austria and Australia. 2 totally different places.
Did you learn that this morning?
No, but I just hear of people like buying a ticket and they think they're going to one and they actually go to the other.
Yeah, you got to spell those right.
We've got someone from Costa Rica, which is really cool, and then from the United Arab Emirates. So people from just all over the world are coming out to do the
It'd
Rebelle.
be fun to see a total country count for what we've had across the Rebelle.
Yeah,
Germany, France, the UK, like.
Yeah,
across.
to see how many we've had. I would say it's at least 10, right? It's got to be at least 10.
For sure.
And, of course, our age range here, 23 years old to 78 years old. And honestly, you guys, I'm 52, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, how many more years can I do this? And then I see these grandmas out here that are doing this and doing it just as well as the younger competitors. And it really gives me hope that I can still keep aging as gracefully and as beautifully as I am now. We've got 10 original Rebelles, 4 100% Rebelles that have been to every single competition. That is a huge commitment to have been here every year for 9 years. And, of course, we have one team that has done it with the same partnership. That is Mama Hohen and Mama Saxton, as we so lovingly call them. And we've got teams here lining up on the start line. Again, they will start with an On Route Enduro with a few black checkpoints to get as we make our way down to Johnson Valley. And we will be camping at a very super secret location. I'm not going to tell you because this is not a spectator sport, and we don't want you at our base camp. We love you, but we don't want you at our base camp. So we're going to go through our course today. We've got our basic graphic here of what things are going to look like today. We've got about 155 miles. That is 250 kilometers. Again, basically just heading south from Dumont Dunes to Johnson Valley. I'm here with Emily Miller. She is La Grande Jefe of the rally. Emily, hi.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for being here.
Thank you.
You look so fresh and refreshed. Did you have a good sleep last night?
I actually had a shower yesterday.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh, that's why you look so awesome.
Absolute luxury.
I'm like, I'm going to wait till Johnson Valley till I shower. So you're welcome.
I think you should do it today.
All right, Emily, take us through the course today. I know we've got, it's a bit of a quicker day as we head down to Johnson Valley, but still I know that there's going to be some challenges out there. So let's see what we've got going on from Mapbox as we start here from Base Camp 2 in Dumont Dunes.
Yeah, so we just head directly to the pavement. They've spent plenty of time here. So hopping onto the pavement, they are going to be heading south to Baker, California. Right there, they're going around the small dunes. Siller and Dry Lake bed is coming up in the distance. Look at the 3D. A huge shout out again to Mapbox.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And their 3D technology on mapping is just the best. So out in the distance, you're going to be seeing Baker, California.
Home of the world's largest thermometer.
That is true. And the Mad Greek.
Oh,
restaurant.
yes, the Mad Greek.
Yes.
That's a great place.
We love that place. So right at Baker, you can see Interstate 15 that heads from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. They are hopping onto the interstate. Out in the distance, you can see that is the Mojave Preserve.
Yep.
Right up here, they're going to be turning on Rasor Road and entering the Rasor OHV area. Beautiful place.
Yeah, Razor's wonderful.
A lot of sand. You know, it changes a lot depending on the weather. The Mojave Road, right there, they turned on the famous Mojave Road. They're on a road book, and right here in this area, it's really like almost like a Dakar-style cross-country road book.
Okay.
They're going to really have to pay attention. They hit that green checkpoint. They've just crossed the Mojave River. They're skirting the railroad. And interestingly, we've never been over here. We've never transferred to Johnson Valley this way.
Yeah.
Right here, this is the 4x4 X route through Hidden Valley. It's rough, but it is beautiful. Now, if they had not taken the X route, but also the crossovers, they headed straight down to a place called Ludlow. So they continued due south.
Okay.
Right here, they are heading into Newberry Springs. They're going to be turning south and heading straight toward, it's Interstate 40, but also the historic Route 66.
Cool.
We're keeping everybody off the interstate today, keeping them on Route 66. The road book ended right at a Shell station. They're going to fuel and now head into Johnson Valley. Right there, this is the X route. It's also the crossover X route, but we recommended to them today because of rain, maybe not to take that route, take the other one down Camp Rock. Now they've entered Johnson Valley. So in this whole area, we're just kind of showing you an example of the areas that they're going to cover today. These are all out of order checkpoints. There's even a green out of order.
Oh,
has an open
fascinating.
time, close time. Now they're heading to Cougar Buttes. This is actually the area called the Notches.
I love Cougar
Right there,
Buttes.
they've gone into Cougar Buttes. Really unbelievable place. Now, right here, boy, 4x4, they have to make a decision where they're going to take this X route. This is through the rough stuff.
Yeah,
Man, it's really a tough spot.
Yeah, I know
And
exactly
at the
where
finish,
that
see
is.
that dry lake bed?
Yeah, I heard
Soggy
maybe-
Lake. It is soggy.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a base camp that is actually lakefront today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. That is going to be. Listen, I don't know anything about accidentally driving on a dry lake bed. I didn't do that my third year. Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
But one thing I want to tell you, today is a 9-hour day because they start earlier tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But it is not an easier day. This day in Johnson Valley, the way it's spread out, it's really going to push the competitors that are in the hunt for the podium and the top 10. All these top 10 teams are great. It really top 15. It's really close. Anything can happen. And because of the way Johnson Valley is laid out today, I think you're going to see some very interesting things in the points and the rankings.
That's great because we were going through that and we're kind of acting like, oh, well, no, they've got that in the bag. They got that in the bag. And they don't. 100% they don't. We still have 3 days of really grueling competition, 30 hours of driving and hunting for checkpoints, and anything could happen, especially in Johnson Valley because it's so rough, and that's where you really need to take care of your third teammate. There's a lot of racing that goes through there. There's a lot of whoops. There's a lot of rocks. Lower vehicles that don't have as much ground clearance, they're going to have a hard time. We've had oil pans sheared off. We've had transfer cases. Hello, that was me. Have problems, and those things can creep up to you later on in the dunes, and maybe you lose four-wheel drive. Not that I would know anything about that. That never happened to me. No, not at all. Not at all. Well, thank you so much, Emily, for coming here. The sun is just peeking up over the mountains here. It is going to get a little bit warmer, but we're going to transfer down to Johnson Valley. And what the competitors don't know is that it's going to be really cold in Johnson Valley.
It's going to be cold.
It's going to be
30
cold.
degrees.
Yep. So we're still going to have some cold nights. This is a new thing for the rally. Usually once we get down here to the out of Nevada, it is hot the whole time. Not this time.
Yeah, we tried to actually come to Johnson Valley so it wouldn't be just so hot, 115 degrees in the dunes. And we got, a 80-degree temperature swing? Something like that?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Emily, thank you so much for being here. I know your mornings are busy,
Thank
so
you.
we appreciate your time. Again, that is Emily Miller. She is the founder of the Rebelle Rally. People told her that she couldn't do it, and here she is 9 years later, kicking butt and taking names. So we are so glad that you're here, and I'm glad to know you. You're one of my
Glad
favorite
to know
people.
you, Emmy Hall.
Look at us. Aww.
Thanks, everyone.
So we've got teams out here headed out to their On Route Enduro as we head south to Johnson Valley. And I believe we have Katie out here on the line with some more talkie talks. Katie, who you have?
On the line, literally, and then you guys keep chatting, and these poor two are about to leave, but they have the greatest story. They wanted to compete next year, and then their boss got wind of it and said, you should do it this year. Julie.
You should do it this year. Why not? So,
And most Rebels, I say, what would you say to your boss right now? And they normally say, well, I think I'm going to quit my job when I get back. So your boss sounds incredible. And you guys work for Steichen Energy.
Straighten Energy,
Straighten.
yes. Straight.
And Streighton makes batteries, and you have one in your vehicle,
Yeah,
correct?
we actually have our starter battery is under the hood, and then we have one powering a Battleborn Straighten Energy lithium battery powering our fridge.
Well, you are super cool because you're about to go off the line. Thank you very much. That's Julie and Amanda, and Julie has turned 50 this year. Now let's see if Sedona is willing to have a little chit chat. That's a no. That's a no. That's a maybe.
We were both trying to roll down the window.
Sedona,
Yes.
you've done the Rebelle Rally every single year. How's it going?
It's a great year. I think this has been a super fun year. So year 9's kind of special. I'm digging it.
Are we going to make it to year 10?
I feel like if I've made it to 9, I should probably just commit to year 10 already.
Now at home you're a marketing manager, right? And a mom.
Mm-hmm, that's true. Yeah.
And same with Bailey. I love chatting to the moms. How old's your little one now, Bailey?
She's 3.5.
These badass women, fabricators, marketing managers, moms, and now they're at the start line of the Rebelle Rally. Hey, we'll see you when you get back. Hey, fun fact, the competitors don't know how freaking cold it's going to be in Johnson Valley. So if you're competing, you've probably, well, there's Rebecca, we don't want to let her know, you've probably put all of your cold weather gear into the bottom, or it's covered in something that is, they're really not expecting what's about to happen when we get down to Johnson Valley. Okay, no, I'm not going to chat to them because we're getting too close to the start. Hey, ladies.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
We're good. We're excited. Ready to go back to Johnson Valley.
Hell yeah. How has the rally been for you this year?
So far, so good. I mean, we haven't had any wide misses. We've only had, I think, 1-0 on a block. So, had to make some choices yesterday as far as, being efficient with our time. But so far, so good.
Excellent. Well, I love to see your smiling faces every morning. We'll see you at the finish line. Base camp number 3, our final base camp. We're heading to tonight, and then some surprises tomorrow for the ladies. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Do you have time to chat?
Of course.
Okay, great. How are you doing? She'll be right. Has she been right the whole time?
Oh, yesterday we did big disaster. We did it all the way. We got lost.
Did you end up in Baker?
No, we didn't. That's today, I believe. We'll see.
No, some people ended up in Baker yesterday.
No, I did not. I did not. Oh, well, at least it wasn't that bad. We had a flat tire. We had to use our max tracks. We had to do it all. It was timeout Tuesday. We timed out on everything, every green. It was lovely. Woo!
I love that
It's
new
only
term.
up from here.
Timeout Tuesday. She'll be right. It's only up from here. Hey, great chatting, and I love your positive attitude. Timeout Tuesday. That's new and great. I did not know that you were a physical therapist and that you're an aerospace engineer.
Well, yeah, I started as an aerospace engineer. Now I just work for an aerospace company telling people what to do. So.
And you're a physical therapist?
I am, yeah.
And how did you two meet? Because you're such a great team.
We met at Overland Expo, I don't know,
12 years
12 years ago, and started traveling together after Overland Expo, the original Expo West.
Yeah.
So back before there were a million of them.
I think it was less than 1,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one we went to was like 300 or 400 people, including exhibitors.
Now, we all love your favourite quote, everything is figure-outable. How's that been on this year's rally?
Well, right now we're quadruple checking our compounding errors on a checkpoint, so we're it's figure-outable.
The compounding errors are being triple checked. That sounds figure-outable, peculiarly. Back to you, Emme and Matthew.
One of my favorite things about this show is how casual we keep it.
I know. So I was talking to Rasa yesterday, and I asked him about the Jiffy Lube logo, and I'm like, are you guys sponsored by Jiffy Lube? And she said that Jiffy Lube Sacramento paid their entire entry fee.
Maybe she owns a lot of cars and gets a lot of oil changes.
Right. But that just goes to show, like, go to your local businesses. You never know who. I mean, I get it. You guys, the Rebelle is expensive. I get it. It's cheap for a motorsports event. Trust me. But it is expensive. Mm-hmm. Money is money. And trying to find those sponsors to help you, go to your local businesses. You never know. Show up with a package. There's a lot of things you can do in terms of, like, you know, afterwards you can bring your truck there and do like a meet and greet and all this kind of stuff. Oh, look at this. We got a happy B-Day, Ray from Team 159.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Ray, happy birthday. I don't know who you are, but I bet you're really cool.
Yeah, agreed. But you were making a really good point. Like, businesses need a reason to promote.
Right, right.
Even small town business has a reason to promote. And then there's a lot of messaging that comes along with being part of the Rebelle.
Absolutely.
And if that fits for you, then you know,
yeah,
sky's the limit.
Exactly. So knock on those doors, ladies. Knock on those doors. You'll probably get 99 of them slammed in your face, but that one could be a Jiffy Lube of Sacramento.
There you go.
We're going to jump to commercial for just a second. Please stay tuned. We've got more here at our morning show at Base Camp 2.
Total Chaos suspension systems are built for every adventure and have been durability tested on the toughest trails.
Sorry, Matt.
With over 25 years of dedicated Toyota experience, Total Chaos suspension systems will give your 24 Tacoma unmatched off-road performance. Handcrafted in the USA, our parts are manufactured for dependability and ride quality. Designed for daily driving in extreme off-road terrain, Total Chaos suspension is built for travel. Follow Team 152 in the Rebelle Rally.
I was the first woman to solo drive the longest off-road race in the country, and I can tell you that the desert Southwest is like nowhere else I've seen. As you're looking at the map, you get so in touch with it, the features on the map start to rise up. You drive down these roads and hike these trails. It takes me back to a location. We want things that connect us. To me, that's what the sandstone does. The Rebelle Rally is the longest competitive off-road navigation rally in the U.S. It is remote, unique, and extremely challenging. When we launched the Rebelle, we needed a robust, multi-function tracking system to serve as the backbone for course and safety operations. Unique to the Rebelle, it also has to interface directly with our real-time scoring system. The tracker must be reliable, durable, and never fail, combined with superior customer support. We chose Iridium-based YB tracking. It's the best product and the most experienced people. YB tracking has been a critical component of our safety and success since day one.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. I'm eating a breakfast cookie here that Matthew Johnson gave me.
The best part about that cookie is how long it sat here and the butt blowing in the dust. But I had a bite, and then it looked like you were interested, so now Amy has the cookie.
I can never say no to a cookie. I'm telling you, guys.
It's early morning. We can see the big stacker trailer there, branded with Pennzoil and Rebelle. It holds a lot of Milwaukee tools that we're going to give you guys a picture of at some point.
It does. It does. We've got some social comments there. Helena Albright, 167, creeping up. That's right. That is our Ford Bronco Raptor. Good morning, bags. So we're actually calling them the badass grandmas. We're actually
I'm not
calling
comfortable
them
with that. You guys can say whatever you like.
They are amazing.
They're
I
two
love that.
sweet women, and I like them both. And chatting with them is great. I'm not going to call them that.
Go talk to 148, please. So, you guys, we want to talk to everybody. We're really trying, but it is a function of where they are in the starting line and what time our live show is and whether or not they want to talk to us. So we're trying. We keep track. We know who we haven't talked to, and we really want to talk to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. The Avis and Elizabeth. We chatted with Ava several times in Mammoth before the show started. I chatted with her, and anyway, we will get to it. In fact, we're trying to assimilate a list of folks we haven't been able to share some words with yet. So make sure we get to them.
Yep. Stay clean out there, ladies, from Noelle Sanders. Yeah, well, that we have no idea what's going to happen today. Let's see. I believe Katie has still got a few more interviews for us on the line. She's earning her salary today. Katie, who are you with?
Oh my gosh, I have met so many interesting people today. The team that's just leaving off the start line, one of them has 5 sons and was a football official. The other one's a drag boat racer. Like, we have so much to uncover. But I'm here with one of our Toyota teams, Diane and Micah, and we're going to have a little chat about your desire to inspire young women to get into STEM, which is really, really important. And I know that's a passion that both of you have.
Yeah, I'm a mother of 3 little girls, 8, 6, and almost 4, Finley, Atlee, and Riley. And it's super important for me to have them have a future where they just can imagine being anything they want to be without question, and seeing people who are like them up there in the world. And I just love the fact that Emily has made this opportunity that when my little girls think of like a rally truck driver, they might think of mom or just another woman. So
well, I'm going to let you go because we've pulled you right up to the start.
Right up to our start.
And I bet being part of Toyota makes that much easier, right?
Oh my gosh, Toyota is so supportive of diversity and STEAM and encouraging us in all of our futures for all humans. It's a really beautiful company.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Our presenting sponsor, Toyota, and one of their teams on the start line today who are fully inspired to help women in STEM. Now we've got another Toyota team, and I was looking for this lady yesterday for Eves. Finally, let's talk about jiu-jitsu. You were in 2022, was it?
Yeah.
A world, you tell them.
It was just like, there's a couple of jiu-jitsu schools called Gracie Baja, so I was like top 10 in the world in my category, back in my prime.
So humble, so humble. And what does that say on your steering wheel?
It's a great day to have a great day.
Well, on that note, get to the start line and have a great day. Good luck. Happy honeymoon. Sandra's on her honeymoon. And let's just wrap it up with our Mountain Subi girls.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. We're here in the greatest little adventure Subi that ever lived. How are you two doing?
We're doing good.
You really are doing good. You're crushing it.
Thank you.
How was the speed plotting this morning, Andrea?
It was good. I got a little distracted talking to people this morning, but we got it all plotted, so we're good. We're ready.
Now, how are the dunes in the Mountain Subi adventure wagon?
I love the sand. I love the dunes. I'm pretty comfortable rolling around in there and knowing what I can do and what I can't do. So.
And do you feel confident, Andrea?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, totally. I feel safe and comfortable, and it's great.
I mean, that's so key, right? When we go out with Matthew, I feel 100% comfortable that my life is in his hands. His life, my life. Okay, well, I'm getting in trouble now. I'm actually holding up the start. Bye, ladies. Okay, Emme and Matthew, let's go back to you and get down the road to Johnson Valley, base camp 3 for whatever day it is. Is it day 5? You tell me.
Yes, Katie, it is day 5.
Chatting with Carrie and Andrea there. I mean, they're a new match that's looking like a power match.
It
right?
is.
We've seen a few new matchups that look like they're working really well.
No, and actually, Katie and I were talking about that last night. How Andrea just really seems to be shining with Katie because so much about this is the chemistry in the vehicle.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people that I'm friends with, but there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that I wouldn't want to be in my vehicle, and they're really gelling, and they're gelling like Magellan.
Magellan,
that was sorry. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible human being.
I think Andrea's been a great teammate to several friends, and you got to imagine you develop quite a deep friendship spending this much time
absolutely,
together.
absolutely. But like
cool.
we said, it's all about chemistry, and they are rocking it out for sure. Yeah. Sorry, my director is just in my ear giving us a really fun quote there that I'm not going to repeat. So we've got the Rebelle Rally giveaway. If you guys want to get some cool Rebelle Rally swag from a lot of our partners here, the coolest thing is you can get $2,000 worth of Pirelli Scorpion tires, 5, including the spare.
5 tires.
5 tires. A bunch of lights from Baja Designs, 1 pair of universal lights, such as the Squadron Sports, although you don't have to choose them, as well as a swag pack so you can get those stickers on your car. Did you know every sticker is worth 5 horsepower? Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's why I have so many stickers on my car.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, go, buddy. We also have a pack of Rebelle Rally swag with some beanies, some shirts, backpack, and stickers, of course, and $100 worth of Scrub Blade products. Those are our wiper partner.
And Chrissy put a 4-pack of Ear Angels in there. That's the way a lot of these ladies are sleeping, or
yes,
with the
true.
Ear Angels earplugs that Chrissy designed, and we try to keep relevant here, helping people sleep.
That's awesome. No, I have a pair. I love them. I think they're great. That's so cool. So we've got another show this evening. We are not going to be doing a competitor update at 1 o'clock because we will be on the road on our way to Johnson Valley. So our next show is going to be from the finish line of Day 5 in Johnson Valley. That is going to be at 5:30 p.m. like usual. We'll have the Day 5 scores. We won't have live full standings, but we will have shots from the day. We're going to be getting a lot of highlights for you guys today. We're going to be going out on course. Matthew in his 2006 4Runner. I am in a 2024 new Toyota Land Cruiser, which I am super enjoying learning all about. That's been good, so I can't wait to get it into some rocky sections and see how it does. But for now, that is it for our morning show. The sun is up. The temperatures are getting hotter. We're going to be heading south through Baker and into Johnson Valley. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Rebelle Rally Live, presented by Toyota. I'm Emmy Hall. With me is
Matthew Johnson, and thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you for sunset.
Your action weather broadcast. We've got shifting weather conditions on the horizon. Expect high winds, scattered thunderstorms, cold fronts, and dense fog. It's a wild one out there.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
The Rebelle Rally is the longest competitive off-road navigation rally in the U.S. It is remote, unique, and extremely challenging. When we launched the Rebelle, we needed a robust, multi-function tracking system to serve as the backbone for course and safety operations. Unique to the Rebelle, it also has to interface directly with our real-time scoring system. The tracker must be reliable, durable, and never fail, combined with superior customer support. We chose Iridium-based YB tracking. It's the best product and the most experienced people. YB tracking has been a critical component of our safety and success since day one.